But nobody can define what buzz is. Nobody knows how exactly buzz can be put in a budget. Can they afford it? Are they paying too much for it? How can you measure it? Can you imagine a marketing department who can't measure the thing they're purchasing? It doesn't reach the second year's budget. This is what they want. Who's the youngest person in the room who's looking around? I can't tell, it's probably Michael in a way. But it's you that they want. If you stand in front of this room and you say, hey, the reason that I bought this jacket was this, then they honestly believe that you, the millennial generation, the digital natives, have an influence on the rest of us that goes way beyond your natural network of friends. They believe that you're blogging about it, you're Facebooking about it, the fact that you Twitter about it can give them more than any television broadcast can in the world today. And no matter the age of the product. I mean, we're dealing in some cases with take Mini Cabrio, for example. It's, I don't know, a £25,000 car. I can't afford one. Probably most of the students here aren't going to buy one in the next couple of years. But it's you, the millennial, because of your access to the cyber digital world, that we actually need to target with the messaging. Well, at least that's the belief of the art company. So that's word of the day, brand advocacy. Breaking down the budget. It's actually more important to them than brand satisfaction. Bit of an imbalance there. They care more that you talk about their product than they do if you like it. I've had client campaigns where they actively promote something that is a perceived negative in order to create a discussion about positive. Brands are willing to be transparent in a way that they never have been before. And why? Well, apparently, Michael, you young guy, you've got 11 to 12 intimate contacts. I've seen your face, I know that's good. You have 150 social contacts. Now, I was appalled when I looked at my nephew's Facebook account. Little 14 years old, and he's got 200-something friends. In my lifetime, I hope to have a handful. That's what friendship means to me. It means something totally different to Ford. It means something totally different to you. You have 500 to 1,500 weak ties. So me coming here and talking to you today, how many people will that influence? Probably a hell of a lot more than it does when I talk to the 23 people at Eurosport or at the IAB. So I decided I'm not anymore working in PR. I don't like the term public relations. It seems like there's a disparity between them and me. So I've got a new job title. I'm head of Vermicelli. My dad loves that. I'm in charge of the art of bringing people together. The desire for one person to be with another person. It's an inherent human belief that we're better off with other people who are like us. It's something that we do all the time, even if we don't notice we're doing it. And this is where we do it. Social media, it's Web 2.0, another term that's kind of over, but social media encompasses all of these types of channels. You're familiar with LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, but there's ISU, I can't even pronounce that. It's a massive publishing tool where you can publish your own magazines and comments and this sort of thing. Ning is a network where you can create your own community on the fly without having to buy any technology. Technorati is taking the web and presenting real-time snapshots of what people are Googling and blogging, and presenting it back in a way that has more credibility than any news channel. My clients, they all know they want to be on these things. I was in Paris presenting to Eurosport. We had 23 of their top, what they call communicators. You've got PR, you've got marketing, you've got web people. And we said to them, okay, you've got this problem, you want to be in social media world, you want to be on Facebook. So what's stopping you? They said, the problem is we already are. If they searched each of these channels, somebody in their company, they've got about 2,000 employees, had started something in one of these channels already that was labelled Eurosport. Did it make it less so that it had no strategy? Did it make it less so that the company wasn't aware of it? It certainly scared them that it existed. So we can't start at the beginning and say, begin your platforms with a marketing agency and all will be okay, because those platforms are out there, your reputation is out there, your employees are doing the job for you, the people that hate your brand are doing the job for you. But what we can do is look at each of the channels and work out what they're best suited to. For example, why must all social media be about marketing and PR? Twitter, which I can't stand, I can't see the point of it, has a wonderful, wonderful aspect of customer relationship management. If you go and find Carphone Warehouse's Twitter account and say, my Nokia does this funny thing when I do that to it, someone actually responds. That doesn't happen in any other area of Carphone Warehouse, to my knowledge. Birmingham Airport has a Twitter account. When I was flying out the other day, it was back in the snowy week, I couldn't obviously find information on whether the runway was reopened at this second, so whether or not I should make a 1 hour trip. So I tweeted them and they tweeted back. That's customer service in real time through social media, which had an immense value. I went there instead of Heathrow. Evangelist marketing is a term that people throw at me a lot. This is the act of taking one person, filling them with so much belief about a product or brand that they will then go out and spread the word. Basically, they'll become your ambassadors. And when I was building online communities 5 or 6 years ago, this was the aim, the nirvana, to get a small group of people so excited about your product that they then went out and became the marketing managers, marketing directors for you. They told everyone that you wanted to, everything that you wanted to tell them. This is what it's become, however. This is what I call crowdsourcing. Well, a lot of people call this crowdsourcing. This is the Walkers campaign. It's the biggest budget Walkers have ever spent online, and for a short period of time became the UK's most visited brochureware website. You've got to pick your own packet of Walkers. You've got to decide what the flavour was, and then I believe the general public voted for it. I never heard of any of them won. But that's called crowdsourcing, letting the general public believe they are in control of the product to such an extent that they will talk about your product and you no longer need to advertise it. So where do they do this stuff? Walkers cheated, they put it on TV, but a lot of companies are just going back to the internet and saying, we don't need TV at all, we don't need print, let's go on YouTube. Well, 100 million YouTube videos a day being watched. Doesn't matter how cool your video is, or who's naked in it, or how shiny the 3D graphics are, no one's going to see it. My favourite of my clients, Mini, they started off this way. They had these cool videos. They were paying this agency in Amsterdam a lot of money to make a video that only 700 people saw on YouTube. But it didn't matter, because it's on YouTube, and that's Web 2.0, and therefore it has a different return on investment. Well, I don't believe that should be the case. So we took their new video, we obviously adjusted their concept of what a YouTube video should be, make it a